That's fatal.
Hello, welcome to Bethesda Studios. You are now the new CEO. And with that entails whatever you desire. You want to make a new Fallout? Go ahead. You want to make a new Elder Scrolls? Go ahead. You want to drop Starfield right now? Go ahead. That's exactly what user KDAC said on the Fallout subreddit. You become head of Bethesda, what's your first Fallout project? So I'm going to be looking through these ideas and see what the community has in store if they became the head of Bethesda. What bangers do they have in store for us? Let's go dive in. Most upvoted one is Fallout Reno. It's a mobile game and it's terrible. Okay, not really off to a strong start with these banger games. Fallout Reno sounds pretty cool, but then they added in it's a mobile game and it's terrible. So they're gonna make it a mobile game and terrible on purpose. What's wrong with the community right now? What's wrong with the Fallout community? Okay, so you're gonna name it after the biggest little city in the world, New Reno, which is like the smallest, pretty much the smallest city in all of Fallout. There's only 12 buildings in New Reno, and the whole game is gonna take place in New Reno. Hence why it's called Fallout Reno. But also you're gonna slap it on a mobile too and make it mobile only. And also it's gonna play like shit. Off to a strong start. Zoot Noisin says release literally no games until 2025. Then I release Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. Oh my god, you guys are just evil. You guys are just evil for no reason. Release nothing until 2025 and then the first game you release is Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. Somebody take the CEO privileges away from these users, please. Please, revoke them. Revoke them. I laughed and then I realized how close 2025 is. Where did that go? It's funny they say that because actually there hasn't been any, Fallouts or anything, and we're pretty close to 2025, so how funny would it be if in 2025 Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition did get released, and it was like combined with like VR mode was added into it, as well as all the DLCs, as well as all the Creation Club stuff. I could see it happening, like Skyrim just recently did it, and they added a new like fishing mechanic, so like what if Fallout 4 did the same thing but added a new mechanic? I wouldn't put it past them. So this one here is actually pretty plausible, but still you're an evil CEO. Zunoisen. Evil. Polybius Cockles says I would immediately and without context or warning release game accurate batches of pink paste to the general public to be sold at every grocery store in America. So Polybius is not even worrying about the games right now. They just want to make pink paste a real thing and just toss that shit in Walmart, Kroger's, no frills. Just toss that shit everywhere. And that's what they want to do with their power. They don't want to make a new game. They just want to give everyone pink paste, which by the way does not look appealing at all. I don't know why you'd want to eat this. I sure wouldn't want to eat this. But Polybius wants to give everyone pink paste. Quantum H42 says fall out of my chair in surprise. Fall out of my chair in surprise. Oh god. You're dumb for that one. You're dumb for that one, Quantum. Fall out of my chair in surprise. Yeah, take my upvote and leave. Exactly. You know what? Just take it. I'm gonna just close that. I don't even want to see that anymore. Wrath of Korg says, if East Coast, Florida or New York, off to a strong start. Already, sounding like the game. For Florida, I think most people want to see like a Miami setting, but I'm thinking more of the Space Coast. You could really have fun with the extraterrestrial plots if you focus on the Cape Canaveral / Coca Beach area. Maybe west to Orlando through the swamps and south down through the Treasure Coast with pirates and the promise of treasure. For New York, I want to explore the toppled skyscrapers. I love exploring them in 4. The third dimension of exploration really adds a lot, and sometimes figuring out how to bypass a destroyed floor is an adventure on its own. If more central, I'd say Michigan or South Dakota. Okay, so Wrath of Korg, finally thank you for an actual answer. If you were CEO, this sounds like a really fun Fallout game. Honestly, I'd take it. Fallout in East Coast, Florida, or New York, I'd take it. Sounds great, man. Wrath of Korg, that's upvoted. Zedblade says HD remakes of Fallout 1 and 2. I love it. Straight to the point, remaking these 2 classics that not a lot of people got to play because, for a lot of people, Fallout 4 were their first games. My first game was Fallout 3, so I didn't get to play Fallout 1 and 2. Obviously, I can play them now if I wanted to, but I didn't really want to go backwards. You know what I mean? It's just one of those games. But if they release them now in HD with like modernized controls for console and PC, I would be all over that. So I agree, Zedblade. You are a good CEO. Jarvis00002 says a game where if you turn on a second controller, your friend can play as your companion. For example, Boon or Dance. Oh, great idea. Great idea. So they're just adding in a mechanic. They don't really know what kind of game they want to make, but they already know a mechanic. They want to make that shit co-op. Couch co-op, it looks like, only. I would also add in an online element where you can online co-op as well. Maybe if you have a companion, you can like put the companion in a lobby and pretty much allow anyone to drop in and play as that companion. So let's say you are with Boone and you are like, I want to play with someone online. You make Boone active, and then now I'm looking for a server. Someone's looking for a co-op player, and the player is Boone that I'll be playing. I jump into that lobby, I instantly jump into your game, and now I can progress with your story playing as Boone. And likewise. Great idea. I'm surprised they haven't done an actual like co-op Fallout where you can play a single player story and someone could just jump in and play, like similar to like Dying Light, you know what I mean? How you could just jump in, play a bunch of quests and stuff, and then you only progress the host story. That's how I would love a Fallout or Elder Scrolls like that. I absolutely love it. Take Care says remaster Fallout 4 and re-release it 5 times on new hardware, Skyrim style. I want the job for a long time. Gotta make those shareholders happy first. All right, Take Care. I want you to not take care and fire yourself as CEO, please. Okay. Tesmir94 says Fallout Rangers, an XCOM style game set in 2271, right as the Desert Rangers converge with the NCR set in Arizona. Ooh, fire idea! That sounds hella fire, bro. For those who don't know what XCOM is, it's pretty much like a turn-based third-person shooter where pretty much you have your group and then you fight a bunch of aliens and you gotta like click on your group and decide who to shoot, and if you have the angle, it'll tell you the percentage of hitting the alien pretty much and the percentage of killing the alien. It's a really fun strategic game, and a game like that for Fallout style would honestly be a banger. It would be a hit. I don't think they could just release that as a new game. I think they would have to like toss that in as a spin-off, coinciding with an actual new game. So like, let's say they make Fallout 5, and then a different developer releases Fallout Rangers, for example. This way you have a regular Fallout for the core fans, and then you have Fallout Rangers for the people who want to try something new or just play all the Fallouts that are out. I don't think Fallout Rangers or that style of game would thrive as just a new game in the series. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people expect a Fallout game, and they expect it to play like a Fallout game. So, the great idea. I love that, Tesmir. Upvoted. R4M_4U says Fallout Big Iron. Takes place in Texas and surrounding states. Story of a typical settler venturing out for help after his farm is raided. Edit. I also want to make it with the ID engine after seeing Wolfenstein Nuke New York level. I've wanted Fallout in there, but are owned by Bethesda, now at Microsoft. Let's check out this Nuke level. Oh yeah. Yeah, this definitely would work well in the ID engine. Yeah, that looks great. I agree. Koyojinka says Fallout 5. Awesome. It's going to take place in Texas. The Rangers will be a faction. The Brotherhood will be a faction. Side eyes Brotherhood of Steel haters. I'm a Brotherhood of Steel lover, so that's always good. Building will return, but not in a settlement management minigame. Pretty much just saying 1 to 3 settlements you can build in, but not like 20 plus of them. Okay, makes sense. Multiple Bandito factions. Expanded weapon modification. Modular armor creation. Old dialogue style, skill checks, more choices. 3 main DLCs. 1 is an Oklahoma DLC. 2 Mississippi/Louisiana DLC. And 3 Mexico DLC. There will be a level cap, but we'll have prestige system to continue progressing in late game. Hire this guy. This guy's getting a raise. Koyojinka is getting a raise. Liborg117 says Fallout Ronto. Yes! Yes, shout out Toronto. That's where I'm from, so I agree with this. Takes place in Ronto, Toronto, about 20 years after Fallout 4. Follows the Brotherhood of Steel set north from the capital wasteland and their exploits through it. Finding lost paladins and defeating remaining Enclave remnants. Though the player can decide to remain with the Brotherhood of Steel or join up with the Taurs, a faction hiding in old basketball stadium. Enclave, or the Northerners, farmers, and other hermit-like people, to find and eradicate the children of Adam who plan to set off a nuke in the center of Ronto. Could have other Canadian DLCs such as Into the Prairies and the Maritimes. Could show remnants of the US Army. I love it. You know, I'm a little biased with this one, but I absolutely love that idea. I've been wanting a Fallout Toronto in a long time, ever since I heard that Ronto is an actual place in the Fallout universe. I definitely would love to see Toronto represented in some sort of way. Doesn't even have to be a whole game set in there. Just give me a location I can go to in Toronto. Views from the 614 says just says Fallout Gary. Fallout and everyone's Gary. Okay. Fired. You're fired. Fallout dress up. Cut the shit. I know why we played the game. I don't know about you, but I don't play Fallout to run a fashion show. So... Fired! Miniman _ Preston says Fallout settlements. Fuck out of here. Take your upvote and get out of here. Java for Dinner says a full remaster of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I'll take it. I'll take it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people here would take it too. Agree. I agree. Upvote it. Angry Bulldog says a co-op Fallout game set in San Francisco. The game would still be single player story focused, but your buddy could jump into your game with their character instead of having an AI follower. Downside is you have the Fallout 76 VATS while playing co-op. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to take. I just said, you know, earlier, I would love a co-op game like that where your buddy can just jump right in and play on your story. I agree, Angry Bulldog. Upvoted. Cosmic Sentinel says Fallout 5, but it's a point-and-click adventure where you play as a rat roach and obligatory $20 Fallout 4 anniversary update. Like, who comes up with this shit? Who comes up? Why you want to play as a rat roach? You're the CEO of Bethesda. You want to play as a rat roach? Fired, Cosmic. You're fired. Get out of here. Fallout Shriek of Pain says Fallout Saved the World, an alternate game about saving the world before the apocalypse, similar to Fortnite Save the World, but nobody plays it. And then we patch in a Battle Royale mode that becomes the most popular game of the year. Well, Shriek of Pain, you're not really starting up to a good start here because Fallout already tried the whole Battle Royale thing and they shut that shit down pretty fast. So, Shriek of Pain, you'd be fired before you even started. Alright, our last one by Fresh Ripe Tomato. A Fallout where you can choose to be any creature, /being, /undead, /human, mutant you like with endless customizations, clothes, and weapons, and live in a post-apocalyptic world freely as a relaxed being, hero, villain, pirate, etc. And each race has its own original perks too. That sounds like a really good idea. I've always wondered like why the games don't let us to like be a soup mutant or a feral ghoul. Not a feral ghoul, just a ghoul in general. I would like more race options. That'd be great, and maybe like multiple story options. So like if you choose soup mutant, that's its own storyline. Ghoul, that's its own storyline. Human, or the sole survivor or whatever, that's its own storyline. So this way you have a Fallout with like 5 different storylines, but each one is still open world. So you can still explore the open world as a soup mutant, but the only thing is the soup mutant story is going to be different than the ghoul story. But each character, you can explore the open world still, and when you beat the game as a soup mutant, you can like save the game, start a new game as a different race, and then beat the game that way. But you can always reload the old save, so I can always go back to my soup mutant save and explore the world, or go back to my ghoul save and explore the world. I've always wanted that in a Fallout, and I think that'd be a great addition. So it's safe to say that a lot of you guys are fired. I think we're only gonna get like 4 hires to the company. Besides that, if you guys want to read them for yourself, link in description to read everyone's ideas. There's a lot of funny ones, there's some really good ones too, and there's some trolly ones, but go ahead, link in description to read everyone's ideas. And if you liked the video, if you enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe, notifications on, stay proper, and remember,